Well, playing a little camera hopscotch here, but here's a happy puppy. He's happy to be outside in the sun. Holy shit, guys, look at this rhubarb growing. Growing like crazy. It's gonna be able to, actually probably could eat it already. So it's been a week, I think, since I showed you. Uh-oh, it's getting worse. You can see up top she's cracked. Now down bottom, so I'm gonna have to weld that back together before I take this truck anywhere else. That's for damn sure, but that's not a big surprise. I got the this thing back in place. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but the safety grate is actually in the ground again. I have no problems with my tire. It hasn't leaked at all. The wind is bothering the shot, sorry, but so be it. So I don't know if my other footage turned out yet because I haven't rendered it, but it was junk season, or junk weekend, whatever you want to call it. And well, this is a lot of it, guys. To be honest, it wasn't very good at all. Got a nice looking solar light here, or not solar light, but sensor light. It's got dual halogens. I don't know if it even works, but I'll have a look at it, see what happens. There's a funnel there. They're always good because I break them constantly. A bunch of copper wire, already pre-stripped, which is nice. Some of these old Chevy hubcaps. Oh, I had 3 of them. I don't know if I have 2 now. Did one blow away? Oh no, one's just buried under the other. But I think these are getting rare, and these ones are actually in pretty good shape, so I'll have to look into those. And these canoe paddles, or one of our canoe paddles broke last time I used it. So it'd be nice to replace that. I found this puzzle square, like the foam square, and this checker. It's not quite diamond plate, but pretty much. I found this steel snow shovel, or maybe it's aluminum, I don't know. All I know is these shovels I like because they're solid, and you know, they've lasted 20 years already, so they'll probably last a little longer. Unlike these new ones that you're lucky to get a winter out of. There's a ball for the lethargic animal over there. What else? I got some belts. I haven't even checked them for size. I think they're way too big for anything I'm going to use. They're way too small, but belts are belts. I grabbed this. I don't know why. It's aluminum, so I can get rid of it anyways. Oh yeah, I got some knives. I forget about those. Those are for work. Use them for cutting hoses. A couple pieces of copper pipe. Somebody saw me going and they flagged me down, gave me some pipe. Got a few of these sprockets. They're different size shafts. They're all, I think, roughly the same size, but they're different size shafts, as you can see there. So those are always good for building go-karts or anything you want to turn into chain drive. And this here is actually a 12-volt supply for let me get my arm out of the way. You might be able to see there. Anyways, it's a 12-volt Coolotron. The output is 12 volts at 4.5 amps. That's actually not too bad. But anyways, I'm going to use this. It's a nice 12-volt set power supply. You know, fairly heavy-duty one. What else did I get? I got that thing back. It was at my old man's. He finished processing all the solar lights with it, in it, whatever. So that's replaced. I found this. I thought this was a pretty good score. It's one of them glass carboys for making wine or beer or whatever you want to make with it. I got a few other odds and ends, which I'll show you here in a minute. Alright, we'll have to work with what light we have in here. I know this camera doesn't film as good as the other one, but the other one, the battery's dead. So, this one I'm filming with. I found this Canadian Tire Eliminator light. It's like, I don't know, it's got 20 or so LEDs on that side. Spotlight on the other side, of course it's dead. Had no charger, so I'm going to have to see if it'll even charge. And if it holds any kind of a charge, which it probably doesn't, because that's what's wrong with almost every single one of those. The odd time people do lose chargers, but we'll see. I got this little box. You can't really see it there. Well, I can see a little bit better from a distance. It's just a box with a shelf in it. I don't even know what it like. Actually, buddy, I was picking something up that he was throwing out, I said something about the box. He's like, "It's yours," and he grabbed it and threw it in the back of the truck. So I wasn't about to say no. Found this neat. It's a Sylvania convection heater. It's called. Um, I haven't really looked into it too much. I've never really seen one like that one. I thought it was like a part to a heat pump, so that's why I grabbed it actually. But turns out it's actually a heater. But maybe I'll use it. Apparently, it gets extremely hot. I also found this. This actually I found the other day for work. Yes, beer. I wish I could drink it right now and not have to go to work. But this is just a piece of a puzzle square. But I did grab it because they're really good, quick and easy knee pads. You might notice that you've seen the shop a lot more lately. The bench is getting a little filled up, but not too bad. But you can see the back wall. All the garbage is gone now. Just recyclables left here and stuff like that. I was going to show you guys me running around picking stuff, but it was such slim pickings that it really wasn't like I wouldn't have had enough to even make a video really, and I would have spent more time fucking rendering it and editing it and stuff, because just cutting stuff out because there was just nothing out this time, guys. There was, that I saw, 3 lawnmowers, 2 or 3 weed whackers. I could have grabbed them, but I'm kind of getting sick of grabbing these old mowers and just dragging them home and throwing them back in the garbage next time. So, needless to say, I'm kind of putting an end to that. I'm no longer going to be dragging home useless junk like that. I'm actually going to try to make it, something. If it's not newer or in good condition, or I need pieces off it, or I can get rid of it instantly, I'm not going to get it because I don't need a horde of mowers. I know Hank, you sure have a horde, but I don't have time to fix up mowers and stuff like that really these days. And honestly, I get annoyed with them, so I'm not going to do it much longer. Like I said, I'll keep a couple around, but same with weed whackers. They're even worse than chainsaws. Anything 2-stroke, fuck that. But if the deal's right, I'll do it. But regardless, any hoozle. So this is one of the better things I got, actually, to be honest. It's what I call, an old man box. And the old man was even there, and he showed me. He was telling me, I looked in here, there's nuts and bolts. Oh God, I shit myself again. Why do I always shit myself on camera now? Too much vlogging life, I'd say. I'm not shitting on vlogging life. Well, no, I'm definitely not. But yeah, that's just a pun, a bad one. Oh, what's this? Oh my God, a brand new headlight or something that I don't have. There was a chunk of lead in with this. Big old hunk of lead I threw in the back of the truck to hold something down, so you guys won't see it probably. But some neat oil cans, old school oil can. The clunker still works on that one, so that's worth keeping. This is, I should have thrown that out last night. Same with this is empty. Nice little metal funnel, they're pretty good. Noticing a lot of Master Links. Fuck, where were all these when I had my 3-wheelers last year, huh? What's this now? Feeler gauge? Sure looks like it, doesn't it? 1 second, guys. Oh, yeah. Some kind of feeler gauges. Oh, wow. Look at that. Brass ones, too. Nice. I haven't even really gone through this. A lot of buckets and nails is most of what it is. Rivets. See an old chainsaw bar down there. It's really bad. The edges are really sharp, so it's no good for nails. Oh, wow. A nice big hook. I don't know what I'll use it for, but hooks are good to have. Bolts and a lock. I think the keys are even there. That's a bonus. More nuts and bolts. A little wheel for something. Oh my God. He bought this. Spent $9 on this probably like 10 years ago. It's probably like a $20 wheel now. These are butt plates for construction. For button boards together. Keep them solid. A bunch more nuts, a bunch of nails. Obviously one of the cans for the on the side. know, some kind of big scrape. Oh yeah, it's part of a plane. This is another one, but the clunker doesn't work, so it's not really any good. So we got motor clamp. Always handy. This brush, amp gauge, and wire brush. There's one other part of this that I meant to show you, but I can't remember what I did with it. Did I put it up already? I don't know what I did with it, guys. I do have somewhere. I just don't know where I put it. There it is. Ha! This was the best part in that whole box. If you don't know what that is, it's a pulley puller. 3-jaw pulley puller. It can also be a 2-jaw, opposing 2-jaw. Which is awesome. I was going to buy one of those one of these days because I didn't have one. I cleaned up all my extra pressure washer shit, and now I just have one pressure washer that, well, it worked last year. I should have checked it before the garbage day was over. Whatever, you can't win them all. See, I got a couple goodies out of this. This was kind of cool. I didn't have time, but I was hoping to get this main body off these wheels. I want to keep the wheels because they're really nice rototiller wheels, and if nothing else, you know, I could put them on a rototiller, I can put them on a lawn tractor, I can put them on all kinds of things. But they got good tread, no weather cracks, nice solid rims. But of course, they're seized onto the shaft, and I wanted to see. I was going to cut them off, but if I can, I'll try to save the shaft or save the body piece, and maybe somebody else can use it or something. I have no fucking use for it. And what else? Oh, look at this. All-Star Hockey. Yes, I've only wanted one of these since I was a little kid. I did have this kind of thing, but mine was the cheap one with the flat, you know, 2-dimensional players. And if you ever used these games and you ever actually played with them when you're blah, 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 I can't talk. But if you ever played these hockey games when you're a kid or even when you're older, you realize pretty fucking quick that the big guys or the 2D guys tend to bend when you try to flick the puck, and they don't work as good as these guys. These guys are a little solider, so they tend to work better. But all the guys are there, puck's there, the nets are there. Fuck, I even got the box. I don't think it's really worth anything. A quick look, you know, maybe $20 to $30 at most, but that's fine with me. I didn't expect any. I don't really. I didn't grab it for money. I grabbed it just because, you know, nostalgia, I guess. And, you know, I'll put that up and the dartboard up somewhere. Start building myself a man cave. But anyways, the only other thing I got, guys, pretty much besides what you've seen, I got a few solar lights, but I gave them to Dad. Maybe 10, like not many, not like, I mean, I've gotten like 30 out of one spot before, so definitely no hauls like usual. This was the worst year in a few years, since I started junk running down here. Since I moved back, I should say. I've been junk running all my life down here, but since I moved back, this has been the worst junk run for a while, I think. But it is what it is. I did get a really nice painting. I'll probably show that to you guys sometime. But holy fuck, man, it's a half hour through to my lunch. I really got to get going. I got to get on this video up for you guys. I got to go get lunch at the store. So obviously I don't have a lot of time. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I am going to be junk running again next weekend. That's the one good thing. Excuse me. My door's open. Like the door sweep just keeps scraping. That's that noise you've heard if you're wondering what's making all that racket. But yeah, like I said, I am going to be junk running again next week. I'm hoping I might actually find some stuff. If I do look like I'm finding stuff, I'll probably actually start filming some of the finds when I find them. If not, again, it'll be kind of more after. I'll show you afterwards what I got, kind of like I did today. But yeah, I live on a peninsula, and it was only half of the peninsula this week. The other half's next week, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, you know, I do good and get all kinds of stuff. But the other side's usually worse. But you never know with this stuff. You know, one day is different than the next, obviously. But anyways, guys, as always, peace to y'all, and hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk again soon. Hillbilly 1 out.